This is Wizard Grandpa's Stories.
Oh, there you are. How nice to see you. Welcome to Wizard Grandpa's Stories. And this is the story of the big round pot. Now, once upon a time, there lived a lady, and she had a daughter. Her name was Sona. And she loved her daughter dearly, and she brought Sona up to be such a good girl and a good woman. And when she was grown up, she got married and moved away from her mother. And she lived in a house with her husband on the far distant side of the jungle. Now, one day, the old lady thought she would like to visit her daughter, Sona, on the other side of the jungle. So she took her walking stick and she tip-tapped her way down the path and into the jungle. As she was tip-tapping her way along, a lion heard the noise of her walking stick, and he roared out, "Who is that tip-tap, tip-tapping through my jungle?" And the old lady said, "Oh, it's only me. I'm just going to visit my daughter. I'm really quite thin and skinny at the moment, so please don't try to eat me." I think I should. I don't often get the chance to eat old ladies." "Well, I think you ought to wait. You see, I'm going to visit my daughter, and when I've been there, I will eat a lot of food, and I'll be quite fat and greasy, and you can eat me when I'm coming back." Said the lion. "That's a good idea. Off you go." So the little old lady carried on tip-tapping her way through the jungle. A tiger heard the noise of her walking stick. "Who is that tip-tapping through the jungle?" And the little old lady said, Oh, it's only me. It's only me. I'm just going to visit my daughter." "I think I'm going to eat you," said the tiger. "Oh, no," said the old lady. "I wouldn't bother doing that. I'm so thin and bony. Why don't you wait until I come back from my daughter's house? I'll be very fat and greasy then." "Very well," said the tiger. "Off you go." So the old lady continued on her way, tip-tapping with her walking stick. She went a little further when she met a bear and a fox. And they spoke together and said, "Who is this tip-tapping through the jungle?" Oh, hello, bear. Hello, fox. It's just me. I'm going to visit my daughter on the other side of the jungle." Said bear and fox. "I think we'd like to eat you, old lady." Oh, what a silly thing to do," said the old lady to the bear and the fox. "Why don't you wait till I come back? I'm going to eat such a lot when I'm at my daughter's house. I'll be big and fat and greasy on my way back. Why don't you eat me then?" "Good idea," said the bear and the fox, and they let the old lady go. Tip-tap, she continued on her journey until she arrived at the house of her daughter. Well, Sona was delighted to see her, and so was her husband. And the old lady stayed for a whole month, eating and drinking and taking life easy and getting a bit fat. And at the end of a month, she said to her daughter, "It really is time for me to go home, you know. But if I do, I'm worried about the lion and the tiger and the bear and the fox. They're all waiting to eat me on the way back." Well, said her daughter. "Just stay here. There's no rush." So the old lady stayed for another month, and she was fatter, much fatter. And then she said to her daughter, I really must be going back. I don't know how to face all those animals. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I can't stay any longer with you." And her daughter said, "Look, it's really no trouble. Don't worry about those animals. Stay here as long as you like. So she stayed for another month, eating and drinking and drinking and eating. And by the end of that month, she really, really was big and fat. And she said to her daughter, "It's time for me to go now. I have to face those creatures." "Well, mother," said Sona, "what are you going to do?" Well, after 3 months of thinking about it, the old lady had an idea. "Well," she said, "I'm so fat. I'm like a big round pot. So why don't we make me into a big round pot?" And so she asked her daughter and her husband to cover her with clay all the way around. And they let the clay dry. And she was exactly like a big round pot. They even made a lid to put on her head like a hat. Well, they opened the door and they pushed her out onto the path, and she rolled down the path into the jungle, just like the big round pot that she was. Rumble, 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 she went through the jungle, and the bear and the fox heard that rumbling noise. "What is this? Rumble, rumble, rumble we hear in our jungle." And they saw the big pot coming through, and they stopped it. "Where are you going, pot? And have you seen an old lady around here? She came through a couple of months ago, and she should be coming back by now." "Oh, no," said the old lady, exactly like a pot. "I have no idea about old ladies. I'm a pot, and I'm just rolling through the jungle." "Off you go then," said the bear, and gave the pot a shove. And she rolled and rolled and rumbled along the path. And then the tiger heard the rumbling sound from a distance, and he roared out, "Who is this? Rumble, rumble, rumbling through my jungle." And the pot came round the corner, and he stopped it. Said, "Pot, what are you doing here?" "Oh, I'm just rolling through the jungle." "Have you seen an old lady? She was skinny and tall, but she said she was going to come back this way, and I want to eat her." "Oh, no, no, no," said the old lady. "I'm just a pot. I know nothing about old ladies." Said the tiger, "Off you go." And he gave the pot such a shove. The old lady went rolling down the path once more. Rumble, 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 rumble she went. The lion was sitting in his place when he heard a rumble, rumble, rumbling sound coming from the distance. "What is this rumble, rumble, rumbling sound I can hear?" roared the lion. And just then the pot came rolling and rumbling round the corner. The lion stopped it with his great paw. "Pot, what are you doing here?" "Oh, I'm just rolling through the jungle." Said the lion. "I don't suppose you've seen an old lady? She was thin and tall, and she came this way a couple of months ago and said she would come back again so we could eat her. Have you seen anyone like that?" "Oh, no, 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 no," said the old lady. "I'm just a pot. How should I know about old ladies?" Said the lion. "Very well. Be on your way." So he gave the pot such a whack, it set off rumbling down the road. And it rumbled and rumbled and rumbled right out of the jungle. And it rumbled up the path right to the old lady's front door. What she didn't know was that she was being followed by the fox and the bear and the tiger and the lion. They had all come to see what the pot was doing. The old lady inside the pot rolled up her driveway right up to her front door, and she rolled through the door and into the house. In a trice, she climbed out of the pot and closed the door and locked it. The lion, the tiger, the bear, and the fox were all waiting outside. thought the old lady. At least I'm safe at home. What can I do now? She looked out of the window and saw the animals, and she decided to stay where she was. She'd put on so much weight, she didn't need to eat for a long, long time. And so she stayed inside the house. And because she never went out, and nobody went out, the lion and the tiger, and the bear and the fox soon became quite bored with waiting, and they went back into the jungle. The old lady looked outside her now empty garden, and she rolled the pot out there and placed it beside the front door. You, she said, are my lucky pot, and I will look after you as long as I live. And so she did. And that is the story of the big round pot. I hope you liked it. I certainly did. Don't forget now, like, subscribe, and share. And when you come back, bring all your friends with you to Wizard Grandpa's Stories. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.